Hey, Talofalava. Leotawa Dr. John Peterson here, TE2 Edge Sports Cards. Coming at you live and direct from Minneapolis, Minnesota, the Twin Cities. It is the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and hope everybody's doing well out there. I got a quiet morning here at the house. Kids are still sleeping, and everybody's sleeping, and figured I'd jump on and do a junk wax video, a Rippin junk wax video. Our last video that I did was Monday night. I just posted it recently. I forgot to post it yesterday, so it's a little bit late. But I ripped open some 1990 Topps Big. I'll hold these like this just because they're, I suppose I can go like this. A little easier to hold like that. But yeah, if you remember these are from 1990. I think the Topps Big product came out in 88. So this would be the third year of the product. Big cards are on Series 2. The box that I had was Series 1. The cards come out pretty clean. I think the Bo Jackson, I'm going to get a couple of those graded. Maybe a few Mattingleys. Just to get a couple of these cards in slabs, just for fun. Not to make any big bucks on a resale or anything like that. But so open up a box of that late on Monday night. Also went through some of these cards. You can pull the rubber bands off these. I'm going to get some of these graded. 61 Jim Brown, 57 Clemente, 58 Batting Foes, got a 58 Dobie. It's in pretty nice shape. 58 K-Line. This is a pretty nice 59 Musial Wraps Out 3000th Hit. 59 Robinson, another 59 Robinson, a 61 Robinson, Frank Robinson that is. 61 Home Run Leaders, Mantle and Maris on it. Got a 63 K-Line. Little off-centered, but the bottom looks pretty clean. I think this could come back as a 5 or a 6. 63 Spawn, I think this could be a 7. Pride of the NL, I like this as a 7 or an 8. And then a 63 Whitey Ford. It's got some vintage there. I'm thinking I'm going to send these into PSA, actually. I don't know. I mean, I haven't decided yet. I've kind of been sitting here and hemming and hawing and debating if I want to send them to CSG, if I want to send them to PSA. I don't have many. I mean, I don't know. I just need to have a little more balance with the number of PSA slabs I have in my case. I have lots of CSG slabs, and everybody likes them. They say they look great. But I kind of want to have a few more PSA slabs, too. Again, I'm not anti-PSA. I just really like the CSG slabs. Here's some ultra-modern basketball. Modern basketball. This is a 98. This is a 2020, 2021 Mosaic, Panini Mosaic of Anthony Edwards. Gold. It's 98 Bowman's Best. I think it's 98. Yeah, 98, 99 Bowman's Best Kobe. I picked this one up in Hawaii. I think I picked this up in Hawaii too when we went on vacation. I know I picked this one up in Hawaii. That's a Giannis Mosaic. I traded for this red Prism a couple shows ago. Panini Prism Red Ice is I think what it's called. Here's a select of LaMelo. Orange Laser, and then this artist proof Steph Curry, and then a Giannis rookie from Hoops 2013. So thinking I'd send those in. I haven't submitted an order for a long time, so I'm kind of wanting to do that. Let's see here, what do we got here? This is some modern stuff. Some 89 Jackson. Some Leaf. A box I cracked open a couple months ago. Opened up a box of that O-Pee-Chee. I need to pick up some more junk wax. This is 91 Topps Stadium Club, I believe. Yep. That's a great card. Nolan Ryan and the Tucks. 91 Top Stadium Club. Got a couple bazooka cards here. I thought these looked pretty centered. It's a Jeter. It's a rookie. Here's some of those rare air MJ cards that I pulled off an auction. That one's probably the most valuable one. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to send these into, these are all MJ cards. I'm going to send these to Got Baseball Cards. And I'm going to send them in on a PSA order. That's a nice card. Chrome. That's a nice card too. That's also chrome. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm sending them to Got Baseball Cards, and I'm going to tell them I'm looking for this with this group of cards. Like for these, I'm looking for 9s and 10s, obviously. Excuse me. So sorry. Early morning, frog in the throat. So, oh, I forgot the Bo Jacksons. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send these to Got Baseball Cards. I'm going to put it on a PSA order. And I'm going to tell them this is what I'm looking for grades. And if you have any questions with anything and you think it's not going to turn out to be that grade, send it into CSG. That's kind of how I'm going to handle that. So I'll have a mix. These are some 76s that I pulled, that I sourced a while ago. I think you've seen some of these. There's some nice copies in here. I mean, I don't know if there's any 8s. I would think there's a couple 8s in here. Mostly 6s and 7s. Here's some 78s. But I'd like to get these in slabs. Now, whether or not they come back as an 8 or a 7 is really critical, because, you know, if it comes back as a 7, this comes back as a 7, and I spend $20 on getting it graded, you know, it's probably a $35, $40 card at the most. But if it comes back as an 8, you know, now we're talking about $75 to $100. That's a great card, by the way. 76 Yastrzemski. So, I don't know. Figured I would give it a shot, get some cards in the chute. It's been a while since I've had a reveal. And I have one order in with Got Baseball Cards that is still being processed. It's going to be a while before that's ready. So, it can be another month or two. So I got that. These are some cards that I did get back recently. I picked this up. You have seen this. I think I've shown this to folks. Pulled that up off eBay. These are some cards that I had graded. These were all in CSG Pristine slabs. So I was curious if a CSG Pristine would translate to a PSA 10, which it does. So that was a CSG Pristine 10. That was. So nothing terribly valuable here with these cards, but all PSA 10s, which is nice. Can't hurt to have those PSA 10s in your collection. Hoping to do a show next weekend. Not this weekend, but the following weekend, December 3rd. Not sure if that's going to be happening or not, because I haven't gotten any communication or email about that. If not, it's kind of disappointing. I was hoping to do a show. And then I thought I'd open up a little bit of 1989 Donruss junk wax. Pull a couple packs out here. And see if we get a decent Griffey. You know, the odds of getting a Griffey in decent shape. This 89 Donruss is like impossible, but I figured why not give it a shot here. I'm gonna go this view. There we go. All right, let's see what we get here. And some people enjoy watching little junk wax being ripped. Let's move these back. Just to pass the time. I don't really do a ton of sensationalist content. I know some people are really into that. That's not really my thing. I just like the cards. Every once in a while I'll do a mini rant about something. But typically for me, I don't get too much into the drama of all the different content out there. Some people like to do that, and that's good on them, you know. That's their thing, that's cool. Not really me though. So this is 89 Donruss. I bought 2 cases of this. This was one case that I opened. I'll leave the other case closed, sealed, as they say. But see what kind of luck I get with Griffey Jr. in some of these boxes. There's a Randy Johnson rated rookie, totally off-centered. That's the thing with these 89 Donruss cards. They're just so off-centered. If you find a well-centered Griffey Jr. rookie card and send it in and get a PSA 10, consider yourself pretty fortunate. Because it's not easy to do. And Ron Washington. Mike Birkbeck. Yeah, these videos don't get tons of views, but I don't know. I'm at the point now where I've got a decent amount of subscribers, and I don't really worry too much about how much content gets viewed or not viewed. I just do the videos because I enjoy doing them and put them up, and if people watch, great. If people don't watch, that's fine too. So these cards look like they have got a little bit damp at one point. Even got a little mold in this pack. Look at that. Some black mold. That's nasty stuff, man. Ooh. Black mold on these. These are bricked a little bit. Yeah, I want to toss those. Hopefully there's not a Griffey in that group. Whoops. The puzzle or Warren Spawn cards. Carlton Fisk. There's a Puckett. Yeah, not really centered though. Another decent card in this set is the Kurt Schilling. If you can get that in a PSA 10, that can be of a little value. Oh, there's another box another pack that's bricked. Look at that. A little black mold. Nasty stuff, man. So he's got to toss that. This pack seems to be, oh, Lee Smith. Bricked up. The Yount is okay. Oh, maybe not. Look at that. A little damage there. A little damage. Yeah, these must have gotten wet at some point. Yeah, the majority of the packs aren't in too bad a shape, though. You just hope that, because you don't get a ton of Griffies in these boxes. I mean, you get one, maybe two if you're lucky. All right, Harold Reynolds. McGriff, he's up for the Hall of Fame this year. See if he gets in. I think he should, but I don't think he will. Should go in the Hall of Fame, but I don't think he's going to make it. Bonds. So Black Friday deals. I know BBCE has Black Friday deals that they do. I think they've got 10% off on anything over $1,000. There's some free shipping too, which is nice. Might pick up something, we'll see. There's a Griffey Jr., but look at how off-centered it is. That's just god awful. What a shame. I'm not even gonna pull that out. Look at that. That's terrible. Terrible quality control back in the day with this junk wax. I mean, it's not good. That really is the only card in this whole set. I mean, 89 Donruss. I don't think it's the apex of junk wax, but it's right up there. I think 1990 Donruss has got to be some of the most junky, overproduced wax of all time. Like 90, 91, maybe some 92. Although you could make a case there's some 88 junk wax out there, like 88 Tops, 88 Fleer. 1990 Tops. Although 1990 Tops has got the Frank Thomas air card, no name on front. So I kind of like the 1990 Tops product because it's got that potential of the very rare. That's a decent card. Pretty well centered. Gwynn cards, Tony Gwynn cards actually have a pretty solid resale value, believe it or not. I mean, he's a lifetime 338 hitter in terms of batting average. So one of the all-time great hitters. Mr. Padre played for the same team his whole career. So I think Tony Gwynn is well deserving to have good resale value. So what's in this pack here? There's the Spawn. That's what the puzzle pieces look like when you put them all together. Marvin Freeman, 6'7", big guy. Well, what are the odds we're going to get another Griffey here? I think probably pretty low. There's a Glavin. So, yeah, I'd be curious. Put in the comments, what is the most junky set of junk wax, or year of junk wax, brand of junk wax of all time? 89 Donruss has got to be in the top 5. I mean, this stuff was everywhere. You can buy it at grocery stores, you can buy it at drugstores, you can buy it at gas stations. 87 Donruss, it's pretty junky. Or 87 Tops, excuse me. 87 Tops is pretty junky. The problem with the 88 stuff is that there's really no value in the 88 stuff. No good rookies. What the hell is that? It's like a bird pooped on that card. Jack Savage. That is Savage. Jack Savage. It's a Savage looking card. I should send that in and see what they grade that as. What in the world is that? I've never seen that. Literally, it looks like a bird pooped on there. So yeah, going back to my original comment and question, what is the most junky year? There's a Rippin. MVP, those are worthless. You know why they're worthless? Because it's junk wax. It's total junk wax. But you know what? How much does this box of this stuff cost? $50 at the most. It's fun ripping it. I mean, I was 15 years old. I can remember one of the first jobs I ever had was I worked at the what was the name of the farm? It was a farm outside of town. Not very far, but it was outside of town a little bit. And I'd get up in the morning around 6:30, and I'd get on my Schwinn Woodlands mountain bike. And I would bike to this farm, and Paradise Valley, I think it was called. Paradise Valley Farms, if I'm not mistaken, was the name of it. This was the summer before my 9th grade year. I think I did it for 2 summers. Summer before 8th grade, summer before 9th grade. So I'd bike out there. I'd get there at 7 o'clock. And from 7 until about 11 o'clock, I would pick strawberries. And you'd pick the strawberries. You'd fill up a ice cream pail. And then you'd turn them in and you get $5 per pail. So if you're doing good, you might pick in 4 hours with a little bit of a break. You might pick 5 or 6 pails at the most. So you get $25, $30. If you're really on a hot streak, you might pull 7 pails. So $35. Which back in 1989, $35 for a kid who's 14, 15 years old is actually a decent amount. So I'm gonna toss these. These are all bricked up. So me and my friend Chris, we would get on our bikes. Occasionally our friend Josh would be with us too. We'd get on our bicycles and we'd ride back into town. And the first place we would go would be the local Dairy Queen. We'd go to the Dairy Queen and we'd order ourselves some lunch and an ice cream. So we get the lunch, get the ice cream, probably spend about, I don't know, $5 at the most, $8. Then we'd bike over to the Don's Super Value in Menominee. And they had 1989 Donruss rack packs. And we knew the numbers and the sequence and who was on top, like maybe 7 or 8 cards before the Griffey Jr. card. So we would go through and we'd search those packs and we'd buy rack packs that we knew had the Griffey Jr. rookie cards in them. That's how I ended up with, like, I don't know, 27 89 Donruss Griffey Jr. rookie cards. That's how many I had back in the day. Probably none of them were gem mint, but I didn't really care about that then. Grading wasn't really a thing. Then after that, after blowing maybe another $10, another $5 to $10, we bike over to the Dairy State Bank and get our free chocolate milk in the month of June. And then we go home. So by the time you got home, instead of having $25, you'd have maybe 15, 10 if you bought a few extra cards. And then you get up and do it right again the next day. You go play some baseball later that day. And then go to bed and wake up and 6:30 rolls around, get on your bicycle and bike on down to Paradise Valley Farms and pick some more strawberries. Make another 20, 25 bucks. Go to Dairy Queen, get lunch, go to Don's Super Value, search some packs, look for Griffey's, go to the Dairy State Bank, drink your chocolate milk, and go home. Play some more baseball, rinse, wash, and repeat on all that. So that was 2 straight summers of that. And in those 2 summers, I bought a lot of Donruss baseball cards. And particularly 89 Donruss baseball cards. Like, I don't even remember how much. It wasn't a case worth, but it was a lot. And they were mostly rack packs. The thing is, though, the hit rate on the Griffey Jr. cards was pretty high. Because we knew that the Griffey was in the pack. You can either find, there's a BGO. Yeah, probably not going to get that graded though. So anyway, so let me know what your junk wax story is. I'm sure you've got one. This was when I was about 14, 15 years old. First summer job. I'm sure you've got a junk wax story or 2 of your own to tell. It's a unique era of collecting cards. I mean, people were really into cards at that time, and some people really thought that it was, you know, these cards were going to be worth a lot of money, like the 89 Upper Deck Griffey Jr. rookie card. You know, like, oh my gosh, this card is going to be worth so much, and it still is worth a little bit today. Problem is, there's millions of them. That's the main issue, is they're overproduced. Kind of what's going on right now is they're overproducing cards. Oh, now is actually, there's a Randy Johnson. Now it's actually multiple issues. They're overproducing cards. There's too many parallels. There's like too many one of ones. Like it's hard to know. I mean, it's not just one issue right now. The quality of some of the Panini products, terrible. The boxes are way expensive compared to what you get out of them. So I would say we're in worse shape now than we were back in '89. That's my personal opinion. I think the average collector now has been priced out of the market, and so much of this product that they're selling is just, it's worthless. Or if it's not worthless, it's going to be worthless. I mean, it's going to be worth about as much as this Paul Gibson 89 Donruss. I'm talking stars. Some of those stars that you've got, they ain't going to be worth jack shit. I'm going to tell you that right now. Because there's too many variables that are going to decrease the value of the card. Look at this. Totally bricked up. See, we only got the one Griffey. Don August. Big Cat, Galarraga. There he is, the big cat. I'm gonna toss these. Last pack. Then we're shutting this down. So anyway, put a comment, like or subscribe. And if you don't, it's okay. I'd prefer that you did, but if you're gonna watch the video, might as well like or subscribe. That helps with the algorithm for sure. These are stuck together. Mackey Sasser, Mike Moore, Al Newman, Cecil Fielder. All right, folks, that is it. Peace out. One love.